What's up, all you crypto maniacs out there? You know what time it is. It's Metaboss here, coming at you with another video, and here we are. We're going to talk about, we're going to check out the live chat that just went on with the Affinity team. We got to meet the devs, got to meet all the people, have some good questions and good, just solid fun, man. This was a fun chat, and it was just a great atmosphere. Getting to meet the devs and to see what they're all about, see what their goals are and what their ambitions are with this project. And yeah, we got to see that in the future they're going to want staking, what they're going to be doing with the roadmap going forward. And yeah, we just got to meet, have a chat, have some fun. So without further ado, if you missed this live chat, here it is again. I've got the replay. Without further ado, here it is.
I don't know. It all blends together. But either way, I just want to say, you know, like Paul said, thank you all. But I also want to remind you that for the last 2 months, I know this project's been around for 2 months, and you know, people are like, oh shit, why is it, you know, exploding and all this other stuff. For one, we haven't released any news yet. All right, we do have some things coming. We haven't told anybody, we haven't released anything. I think what's happening is a couple things. Now, you know, you can use your own, deduce your own hypothesis, if you will. But what I think too is people are finally starting to realize what we have going on here. So, you know, this current market cap we're at, I think we're sitting right below 14 million. It's nothing crazy. You know, that's where we should be. You know, after 2 months of what we've been doing, what Affinity is about. Bringing Adapt online, the rewards that we're given, you know, and all the dedication everybody's been putting into this. This is where we should have been. We just weren't there. We just got there really quickly rather than over the course of a couple of months. So, you know, we have a long way to go before Affinity really reaches its stride.
You're kidding.
And I just want to make that clear because I was talking to, you know, a couple of people, and they said, well, you know, you've had such a great run. Yes, this was absolutely a great run over the last 48 hours. But this is the run that should have been happening if people knew we existed and knew what we were about. And I think now people are just finally catching on, and we have a long way to go. That being said, you'll need to chill. I don't know if you're trying to buy out the entire liquidity pool or not, but, you know, but you can. So,
oh my God.
You know, that being said as well, we did make a few changes, and I had to keep going back and forth because the way the price action happens, you know, obviously we were selling for 1.3-ish, 1.28 billion tokens to meet the buy. That became way too much because the price went up high. So I'm always in the background trying to make those adjustments. So I'll bring that level down as the price goes up. But then in turn, it's selling for more BNB, which means we can buy more rewards and give them back to you. That's why you're seeing a lot of massive rewards along with that volume. We've had incredible volume today. Forget, what are we at? Like almost 2.4 million in volume as of right now. So that's insane. Will it continue at this level? I don't know. We'll see. That's up to all of you that are investors. That's up to all of us to get the word out and let people know. I'm not going to make you any promises that it's going to continue, but I will, like I've always done, I'll always promise you that we'll do our best to make it happen. But we'll see what happens there. But just to backtrack a little, I want to get that out of the way, especially with everybody hyped. That's right in the front of everybody's mind. But for those of you that don't know me, I am Chris. I'm you know, quote unquote, the head dev team member, whatever you want to call me, in Affinity. We do have 2 other core members, and we have our CMO, Zach, on board as well, who is Captain Poundtown. So we've been kind of behind the scenes doing all the work. We got a lot of the good things coming. We've pushed out a lot of good things. If you have any questions, I know we want to get through letting everybody on the team talk a little bit first, and then maybe we can backtrack and talk more a little bit about ourselves if you guys want to hear that, because I know there's some new people that are kind of curious of who we are, as people. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely down for that, and we will take questions. For now, I am going to pass it over to Paul, who is Fake as Slim Shady, and I'm going to let him talk for a minute.
Hey, another big thank you for everyone coming in here tonight. My name is Paul, aka the Fake as Slim Shady. I think over in Discord I'm Darkwing Duck, but that's just because when I game with people, I'd probably get made fun of a little bit too much for being called the Fake as Slim Shady. The only things I wanted to say before I turn it over to our other core team member and then Chief Marketing Officer Zach is we wanted to do a couple of shout outs for what we believe was a lot of what made this pump happen and turn it into what it is. So the first one is definitely to our Chief Marketing Officer, Zach, who went out and has just been doing an absolute ton of work. When we originally brought him up to do this marketing job for us, we knew that, we're not marketers. We're not good at that. We need someone to really fill that gap for us. And he definitely stepped up to the plate, and he's absolutely killing it. He guaranteed that he was going to get everyone talking about Affinity, and look at it. It's the last 48 hours speaks for itself. So a huge shout out to him. A huge shout out to one of the main YouTubers he's been dealing with, Gray Adam. If you haven't seen his video, go check it out. That was really kind of a big catalyst. And then another last shout out to Mr. Wafflejaw, who is an Affinity OG. Been here since day one. I don't think he's missed a single voice chat that we have done. He knew a lot of pretty good and heavy investors that were on the sidelines looking for a good project to get into, and being able to show them this run that we were on. He brought a lot of big bags, and he brought a lot of volume to the project in the last couple of days. So huge shout out to those guys. And that's about it. Like Chris said, we'll backtrack and we'll talk about the project and talk about ourselves and answer some questions and all that fun stuff, so that anyone that's new to the community can be as informed as possible moving forward. So Chris or Zach, if you guys want to hit it.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Meme Lord. You see me everywhere as Meme Lord Azza or just straight Meme Lord. You also will hear people call me Young Chris or Little Chris. I do want to piggyback off of what Paul said. Zach, the first thing he said when he got hired on was he was going to drop 2 zeros. He's already halfway there. So
we killed one.
Great shout out to them.
My God, man.
I'll pass it over to you, Zach.
Oh, shit.
I did, man. I am just so fucking hyped to be where we are. Excuse my language to any new investors who don't like cussing, but I'm sorry, but this is a long time coming for us. We really have been putting very tireless nights into just grinding, whether it's these guys working on the product, me just... I talk to everybody. If you saw my Twitter DMs and my Telegram chat, you'd probably explode, because I do some days. But I do want to piggyback on that as well. Now, yes, I did tell these guys when I came on that I was going to do everything in my power to ensure that any knowledge that I have would be brought on to these guys and to bring this project to the best that it can be. And I still think we have so much more room to go. But as much as they do want to say this is on me, it really isn't. I'm just doing what I love to do anyways, and talking to people and meeting people and helping people make money. That's what's fun to me. I'm just taking their guys' vision and I'm running with it. I'm taking their guys' product and their money, and I'm utilizing it to make more. And that's what's important. So as much as these guys want to give me credit, I can only take a little bit of it, because again, this is mostly their work. I'm just here to be the middleman in between. So really congratulations to everybody. And I thank all the investors who are new and old for diamond handing, staying with us, or if you're new, if you just bought in right now, I promise you this is the not even close to the floor. We are still digging out of the freaking hole to get to the floor. I really can only hype you guys up so much. Word of mouth is everything. So if anybody,
awesome.
I'll go over the marketing, what I have planned to. Obviously, everybody's always curious about that. But you'll hear me say this a lot. Sorry. That the best marketing is word of mouth. that anybody will buy anything from somebody if they trust the person that they're buying it from. And I promise the closest people to you, they trust you, and they'll buy whatever that you pitch to them. So target them first. That's it out of me.
Hey, we appreciate everything, man. We always appreciate everything. So I think next on the agenda really is just for, again, some of these newer holders and investors and just anyone new to the community. I believe we just want to do a quick, it's going to be a very, very condensed background on who we are, what our project is, you know, what our goals moving forward are and stuff like that. It's going to be very condensed. A lot of the guys that have been with us since, you know, the very beginning, they've heard the story a million times. I encourage anyone that is new to the project that wants to hear about it. We do have all of our Telegram recorded voice chats on our Reddit page. You got some free time, you got a drive you're doing, if you have a commute to work, something like that, you know, take a listen. You kind of get to see how we've grown into what we are now from day one and all the learning and moving forward that we've done. So I, again, encourage you to check it out. And we'll talk a little bit about the project. I did want to say one more thing, though, for a shout out. I forgot to mention it earlier. It's to our mod team. If you guys have seen, our Telegram and Discord have been really popping off with the volume and stuff the last 36 to 48 hours. And our mod team has just been absolutely crushing it. I know that there are going to be some people that are still going to have all sorts of questions for us tonight, which is great. We encourage that. We love answering questions so that you can be as informed as possible. But they have been absolutely crushing it in our chat. So huge, huge, huge thanks to our mod team. And Chris, if you want to just give them the rundown.
Yeah. Like Paul said, we'll kind of make this a little quick, but then when we open it up to questions, if you have any more detailed questions, that'll be the time to answer it. That way, anybody that's been around for a while, if they want to dip out, they can, even though I'm sure they won't because they love sitting here and listening to us talk. So, real quick background on me. You know, I was Air Force for 22 years. Towards the end of that, I was with defense contracting for a number of years. And then moved on to my current position, which is basically a network manager. And I manage a bunch of people that, you know, that are network engineers. I've been in the IT field as a you know, a technician or an engineer for a very, very long time. And you know, I've held different positions in local government and shit like that. So, you know, I got a pretty good background. I'm you know, got an MBA, got a bunch of certifications, and you know, a lot of business experience. So I'm happy to be part of this project. I'm happy to be one of the driving forces behind it, and I'm really excited for all of you. I'm going to talk a little bit about Affinity and what Affinity is and what we're doing. So Affinity was an idea that came about by, you know, I mean, I guess you can say it was my brainchild initially, but, you know, I quickly brought on Paul and Chris, who we all worked together at the time, and we brainstormed on things, and we said, you know, we got to bring this to light. So we did. Before we even launched the token, we had the idea for what is known as Adapt at this time. We had that idea first. So what you're seeing with all these crazy rewards was sort of an afterthought. But when we brought in the rewards, we said, what the hell? We don't need all this. Let's give it back to everybody. So let's make the rewards really, really healthy. Make them really, you know, really good for everybody that's holding. That'll give them, you know, something to hang on to and sink their teeth into while we're doing all this development and the things that are really going to propel this project long term. So that's really what we did. Was we said, you know, bring the project in first and then figure out the tokenomics, figure out what we're going to do for the token. So Adapt really quickly is in its current state. It allows people to you know, connect up your wallet, you create a username, set your profile picture, and then from there on out, you no longer need to give anybody your wallet so long as they're using Adapt as well. You can it basically works like a you know, like a Cash App or Venmo, if you will, but on the desktop at the moment. So You just connect up there, and the other person doesn't need to be connected. You can just send it right to them as soon as you know their name. That's really the basis of it in its current state. I know I'm oversimplifying it, but again, like I said, we're going to make this quick, and then you can ask questions later. And we are continually expanding on that. We are not only expanding on Adapt itself, but expanding on bridges off of Adapt. We're working on version 2 and some other things. So the development is going strong, and it is continually going, and we have multiple things going. So without getting too deep into that, because I can talk for hours and hours on it. These guys have heard me talk for hours on it. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to pass it over to Paul. He could tell you about himself and add anything else he wants to into the project.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. So I'm Paul. Those that know me know I have about 11 years experience in the Navy with the U.S. Did that for those 11 years and decided I was just about done with it. So I decided to get out. Had my degree in networking and cybersecurity. So just like Chris, I kind of hopped on with some defense contracting stuff, and that's actually where I originally met him. Still working for a defense contractor currently, doing some systems engineering, all that fun shit. So good background in IT, and that's basically me in a nutshell. I'm married. I got a 2.5-year-old kid. He actually decided that the tub was where he was going to poop tonight. So I almost didn't make it in time to the voice chat because my wife's screaming for me from the bathroom of, no, I told him not to poop. That was A+ for how my evening was going so far. So that's on the development side of it. Yeah, Chris really hit the good points on the very, very short version. There's lots of stuff that is still coming in the future. The only other thing I will say about this project is that one thing that has developed from it, again, credit to Mr. Wafflejaw on this one. We have a get together on Fridays called Affinity Friday. The first hour and a half, however long it ends up taking, we host over in the Twitter Spaces. That is the business update. That is where we are going to talk about announcements, news, release any new information, that kind of stuff. That is always where that news is going to come from. The only time we're really going to make any huge announcements in like a Telegram voice chat or outside of that Affinity Friday is if we have something that we need to get out, and we're going to put out as much notice as we can, and we'll make that announcement then. But for now, realistically, Affinity Friday is the place you want to be. That's where all of those juicy informational announcements are going to come from. Afterwards, we all hop over into our Discord and we just have fun. Chris we have a Affinity Twitch channel, so we'll get on Twitch, we'll play some marbles, we'll play some other multiplayer games. Sometimes he's just streaming playing games or streaming us playing games, and we like to hang out and just have a good time. If you partake in drinking alcohol, there's a lot of people that toast this and toast that, and it's usually a pretty damn good time. So this Friday, we will be doing another Affinity Friday. Again, it will be starting in the Twitter Spaces at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We will get that Spaces going. We do have some announcements to make. I know I am so sorry if everyone is here waiting for an announcement. We only have a couple of, like, maybe 1 or 2 new things we're going to put out here tonight, but the other bigger announcements are going to be happening at Affinity Friday. So please join us, and then I'll shut up so we can get through Chris and Zach and get to answering any guys' questions.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris, another veteran on the team. I did 4 years in the Marine Corps, the better branch out of, just a better branch. After that, started working at defense contractor. That's where I met Paul and Chris. Only stayed there about 7 months. Now I'm working for a different company, doing system administrative things with security as well. That's another thing. I'm another addition to having a security background. So we all pride ourselves on security and the processes of security, and how can we apply that to Affinity and Adapt. Other than that, I'll pass it on to Zach.
Damn, you quick at that shit, man.
Man, this Chris, he always like quick spoken. Miss Chris.
Yeah, he comes in, slides in, says real quick, and he's like, "All right, I'm gone. Bye." So my name's Zach. Obviously, I am 23. I'm probably the most doxxed on the team, to be honest with you, and I do it on purpose because I got, not that these guys have anything to hide, but that's just, it's just me. Anybody can. You got any problems? You got anything? I promise you, and I can hash it out in person or not. You feel me? No, I'm just kidding. So I've been in sales and marketing for 10 years now. My first job was in sales, customer service, done anything from retail to selling cars to selling cellular sales. I've done it. I've been a manager for multiple places. I did it all the way up until COVID shut down my store. Before all that, I too am a veteran. I did 2 years straight out of high school. I went into the Army. I would argue is the best branch, but whatever. And I did 2 years. I worked in a hospital. I was in Texas the whole time. And then I got out, went down my sales route. And I could say I was nothing but successful in sales. I live by a humble motto that I'm sure you guys have already heard it, is you don't sell the product, you sell the person. If someone trusts the person, then they'll buy any product. It's as simple as that. In terms of marketing, do you want me to go over that now, Chris, or?
Yeah, if you got a brief overview, and then I'm sure people are gonna have questions about marketing. It's one of the highlights.
I could just save it to the end if you want. If anybody has questions about it, or do you want me to go over it?
Yeah, go over briefly, just for
Okay.
hit the high points. Hit the high points.
All right, for sure. So, right off the bat, I've got 6 DMs of email Crypto Zeus, so it's been done. I emailed him a day and a half ago when I got the first email, the first DM. So he's been emailed. I'm waiting for a response from him. Truthfully, I don't know if there's a connection between these YouTubers or if they know each other, but they're probably annoyed at me because I've emailed probably 50 YouTubers, and truthfully, I've gotten 3 responses. So I got to do it all again. I understand shit goes to spam and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to blast them all again. On top of that, me and Chris are in talks with other people at this moment. Those decisions, those business decisions are still up in the air. So just for the sake of that, we're not going to say who they are or what exactly we're doing just yet. But just say what happened with Gray, man, you're amazing. Your videos are great. I truthfully think, and if you were here a week ago, which obviously you weren't, I told these guys straight up that I was going to find somebody who had a devout following, had a good head on their shoulders, but didn't exactly have, you have your space, right? You have your way in this space, but I think you could have a better way in this space, right? An actual brand. And I think we could give that to you. And I told these guys that's what I would find. And I believe I did. And on top of that, obviously, you're not going to be the only one. We're reaching out to other people as well. We're cherry on top of that one, just real quick, is before anybody, I don't want to hear truth. I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't want to hear when PooCoin, when it's that. That's just not what we do. We find people who we can put our money into long term and get actual growth out of. We're not going to pay $100K a month for PooCoin ads that might get traction. I don't know how many PooCoin ads you guys have actually clicked on, but I maybe have clicked on one. That's just not it. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, man, I forgot to tell you guys that Ben Phillips sent me a DM earlier.
Really?
Yeah, sent me. He just literally his DM said, "Yo guys, your project is great," and I responded to him, and we'll see what goes from there. But yeah,
I DM'd him too. See, that's another thing too. Is whether it's Twitter, YouTube, any of these big names, Safe Moon Joe. I promised you, I have emailed them, I've DM'd them. I've been there. I've been doing that, and that's what I'm doing for the past few weeks. Everybody's wondering what's going on. And again, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's been happening. We've just been waiting for this traction to happen. As Chris said in the beginning of this is it really has just been waiting to happen. It's just something that we should have already been happening, but it just happened all at once. And obviously we're stupid grateful for it. And we only want to look towards what's next. This isn't just it. We truthfully believe that, you'll see me in chat saying a $1 billion market cap, but I'm not speaking anything off of the truth. If Adapt really can take over this space and be the pure peer-to-peer transaction platform that is used every single day, just like your Cash App or your PayPal, how people send fiat back and forth to each other. Imagine that in the crypto world. People are always finagling with wallet addresses. If you get a space in there, if you copy and paste a line, but you forget the last letter and you don't realize it, and you just fucking burned all that money, like it happens so often in this space that people don't realize that they need a fix for it.
Yeah,
and once that fix happens, then nobody will ever forget. Everybody will forget about wallet addresses at that point.
Yep.
That's it. That's my pitch.
Yeah, man, all you have to do is Google that. But yeah, so yeah, you Google sent to wrong wallet or something like that. You're gonna understand why Adapt is important. But yeah, this is great, and again, just kind of going back a little bit, you all know that have been here for a while. We weren't meant to be a reward token, but these rewards are insane, and I just want to remind you, it's based on volume. So if the volume does kind of tick down a little bit for a few days or whatever, just remember that. But we're here. We keep pushing. We're going to do our thing. And we're going to always, markets have up and downs. People are going to take profits. Then it gives opportunity for more people to get in. It gives you opportunity to re-up your bag. So one question I do, speaking of that we did get, and I want to touch on it real quick, is the amount of tokens that are left in the liquidity pool. So some people say, well, it's only at 7% or whatever right now. Well, just to give you an idea, SafeMoon only has 1% in their PancakeSwap liquidity pool right now. What ends up happening is as that goes down and down and down, the demand goes up, which means the price goes up, which means it becomes more difficult to acquire those tokens unless you're coming in with a lot of money. So yes, it looks like it's getting low, but as it gets really low, like if it was to dip into like 5%, 4%, it's going to propel us so high into market cap. There's just going to be some people that just aren't going to be able to, they're not going to be able to keep themselves from taking profits. And then that'll put more back into the pool, and that's the cycle. That's the cycle of things. It's healthy. That's what needs to happen. So, if you want those rewards and you believe in this project and you know what we're doing, and that's why we're trying to let you guys know everything that we're doing, so that way you have an understanding that this is not based around the crazy ass rewards you're getting right now. That is not what Affinity is surrounded by, although it's great. We are going to propel this project based on what we are developing, and the rewards are just going to help us that much more. Yeah, so I know there's a few other things that were in my mind, but I'm just going to let that go for now because I want to make sure that you all have opportunity for questions. That's the most important thing. That's what this voice chat is all about, is getting all the newer people that haven't been around here asking questions, and make sure you show up for Affinity Friday.
Speaking of questions, just so everybody knows, obviously we're going to use the hand raise method in here. I know that there have been a couple of hands that went up and then might have come back down. Throw the hands up if you have a question, comment, etc. Just don't be upset if we end up cutting you short. It's not that we don't love you, but there's going to end up being a lot of questions that we have to answer because we've done a very condensed version of who we are. So we're just trying to move on and get all the information out there. If you still have a really big question that you need answered, if you don't feel like you have been heard, by all means, raise your hand again, DM one of us, DM one of our mods, so that we can make sure that you get the information you need. We just don't need this thing going on for the next 3 hours. So with that, we'll start allowing people to speak, and we'll get some questions answered. Austin, come on up, baby.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Sorry, what's up, Austin?
What a day. Holy shit nuts. It has been a fantastic day. I want to say thank you to all of you guys. You guys have put in some fantastic work. I'll keep this short. This is kind of a question for the community, more so. But I had a lot of people asking questions about staking. It sounds like this is something that's in your pipeline. You guys have talked about. I guess what are the details around that?
Well, probably have a little more detail on Friday, but it's definitely in the pipeline. It's being developed. Um,
Oh, that's
you know,
sweet.
in true fashion with us, we don't like to play the game where we drag on things for a long time and or set dates and have to keep readjusting. So we haven't really given a date on it. We keep having projections. I know we got set back a little bit because we had massive power outages up here in the Northeast. On top of the fact that when we switched rewards, obviously we have to go back and make adjustments to any code that we did to the staking platforms. And not only that, but when we decided to reward ADA rather than have it added as a stake, because you actually get a hell of a lot more of it than you would if you were staking. And then we announced the staking partnership with Auto Crypto, which will be our other project that we'll be staking with along with Affinity. All I will say is that it is in development. It's coming relatively soon, if not really soon. But I don't have the exact detail and the exact date on that. As soon as we go into testing, as soon as we know that, hey, all right, we're finished with it, we're now just testing it, you will all know that we are testing it. We're not going to keep that a secret or anything. We're going to let you know, hey, we're done with the coding and the development part. We're going into testing. And when the testing's done, obviously that's when we'll put it live. But as Chris and Paul have made it very clear as well, security is everything to us. We want to make sure that when we put it out, that there will be no issues, especially revolving around security.
Yeah, I appreciate that all of you guys have that security background as well. Also, the fact that you guys are veterans too, I think that's awesome. My family do have several vets too, so
awesome, man.
Awesome, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, and I just wanted to drag that out a little bit more for those of you that didn't hear with the staking platform. There will be a couple things that were confirmed. Is there will be 2 pools for staking Affinity to earn more Affinity. One of them for 30-day minimum, one of them for 90-day minimum. And those you can stake your Affinity and earn more Affinity. And then we're going to have the one pool that's another project, which is going to be Auto Crypto. So you can go ahead and look into them if you haven't heard of them before. But you'll be able to stake Affinity and earn Auto Crypto. And then potentially, I mean, if the volume keeps up the way it is now, we'll be able to implement that 4th pool even quicker, if not immediately. But we'll be looking at what we're going to implement for that. But we will have the option for a 4th pool as well. So those are the details.
One of the difficulties that we have to overcome, or that we have overcome with the staking platform, is that the Affinity that you have staked is still going to earn rewards.
Yes. Yes. So you will not miss out on your rewards while you're staked. And you will be able to claim, even though you're in there for 30 days or 90 days minimum, you'll be able to claim any earned Affinity along with all your rewards as many times as you want, anytime you want, without unstaking.
And now, Safe Moon Stark, you're up to speak, sir.
Or not.
And Safe Moon Stark is not here.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Oh,
yes,
yep, gotcha.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I just had 2 questions, but first I just want to say thank you for everything you guys have done. Love this project since day 1 when you launched. Everything's been great. Yeah, 2 questions. One is, I was just thinking about Adapt. I don't know if you spoke about this in a past chat, but I remember that the SafeMoon wallet, they were talking about like adding context, and then you could, swap between and send back and forth, and it sounds similar to Adapt. I could be totally wrong, but just from what I was hearing from that, where it's like, oh, we're eliminating the need for addresses, and you're just going to have a contact name or something like that. So my first question is, if that is the case, and if my assumption is correct, what will separate, that you guys to be beyond SafeMoon Wallet and better than them, regarding that, since if that's the base function of adapt right now. And then the second question is, what do you foresee or would want to see the circulating supply to be when you, if you stop the burn at some point? Like, we have crazy volume all the time, we keep burning. What's the circulating supply you see that's like, oh, this is good to stop?
Yeah, so let me touch on that first question first, because we have been asked this a couple times. So one big difference is, for one, I'm not sure how many people know this, but the thing that SafeMoon's talking about doing in their wallet, you can already do in MetaMask. You can just add, you can save some, so you save their wallet and you just assign a name to it, and they're in there.
Gotcha.
And that's essentially what they're doing. So the big difference is it has to be done in their wallet, where what we're doing with Adapt is we're making it available to anybody with any wallet. You don't have to use a specific wallet. And it will follow you. So whatever username you pick, so if you pick SafeMoon stock and you connect using your web browser or your chosen wallet or whatever, people can still send to that. You can still send. It doesn't really matter. And then there's going to be some other things that we haven't talked about right now. I know you've heard us talk about, we call it Project MBA or whatever for right now.
Right.
That's really going to expand that greatly, that we know nobody's doing anything even remotely close to what we're planning on doing with that version of it. So yeah, the biggest part of that is the fact that it's not tied to a single wallet platform. And like I said, MetaMask is already doing that. So
Gotcha.
that's the biggest.
I didn't even know MetaMask was doing that.
Oh, and what was it? No, go ahead. Who's that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Austin. Go ahead.
But I was just gonna say, there's also the 0.75 fee for transfer.
Yes.
Then I was actually curious on this too, to actually add on that. Like, where does that go to the burn? Does that go to reflections? Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Back to the holders.
Yeah, it's and we can do anything we want with it as far as putting it towards the burn, which we likely won't do as long as the volume keeps up like this. We won't have a need to, but we can do a few different things with it. We can pump it right back into liquidity. We can push, we can do a buyback and push those Affinity tokens directly into the reward system. There's a few different things we can do with it that we're exploring. Obviously, Affinity hasn't caught on mainstream yet, but once it does and there's enough in there that's being collected, we'll decide at that time what direction the chart's going and the volume's going. And then we'll decide, hey, at this time we want to push it directly into, boosting the reward system, or we want to put it towards the burn, or we want to put it towards a buyback. There's a lot of different things we can do with it. But the whole purpose of that is that fee that's getting collected is going to go directly into the token in some way to boost your value. And the second question, I forgot what it was, but I was going to address that as well. What was that? Anybody remember? SafeMoon stock. What was your second question?
Oh, sorry, you got disconnected. It keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. Sorry. Second question was, where do you see, or where would you like to stop the burn for the circulating supply? Where would that ideally be?
Gotcha. So two parts to that for those of you who don't know. When you look on, say, PooCoin, and you're seeing 976 billion, that is not including the burn wallet. So we have deleted. We don't send things to the burn wallet when the buys and the sells happen. It just gets deleted. Those tokens get deleted out of supply. So we've deleted about 24 billion tokens on top of the 106 that we sent to the burn wallet. That leaves us with approximately 870 billion. We are going to look at and assess when we get to about 800 billion. So about another 70 billion is where we're going to look at it and assess it, see where we're at, see where our market cap's at, see where the float's at, and all those good things. And if we're in a good position, we may pause it, stop it, whatever. But otherwise, we're going to let it go. And then at that point, we'll probably assess it about every 50 billion or so.
Okay, great.
Yeah, no problem. So we probably got about another at least 70 billion before we.
Okay, what's up, all
Is
you
there
cryptomaniacs out there?
any? I sent it to a tweet to the Affinity and to your crypto tournament. Is there any chance of like, I know it's probably like the most back burner thing because you have so many more important things to do, but having like just a regular calculator that we can see like where the amount burned is, where the supply is, price, and just like calculate out, like I know there's been for other coins and stuff like that. If there's any chance of
I would
that.
say that's possible. There's always a chance for it. What
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing, actually, you brought up a good point.
No,
What's up?
there's already Little Chris already made one for. It's a rewards calculator for burn and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, that's for safe mode. That's actually what I sent in.
We have one.
Yeah, you do? Okay.
Yeah, so
Jared.
we're in the process of doing the DApp upgrade, which is going to make it look like we're actually front end developers because we're not. One of those things is being incorporated into the DApp upgrade is a calculator that young Chris has made. He can speak more to it if it has the burn information in it, because I can't remember off the top of my head and I'm not looking at it right now.
So it has the amount burned, the amount in the liquidity pool, and then the total supply available.
Oh, that's right. And you can edit them, right? You can edit any of those numbers.
Yep, you can edit them. You can play around
and
with them.
That's pinned, I believe.
It is.
In Telegram, yeah.
Okay. Great. That was it for me. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Awesome.
Thank you. And I'm just trying to make sure I get the people who've been waiting. So, Gray Adam, everyone give him some. He is going to be silent because no one else can speak, but give him some love because he's our most recent YouTube guy that's been doing some good things for us. So, Gray Adam, you are available to speak, sir.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up, man?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I just want to let all my people know that are in here that you guys know this, every investment that I invest in is long term. I always invest for the team and just the longevity. I'm not a pump and dump kind of guy. I intend on holding my bag, and I intend on seeing the future for Affinity. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I trust the team. I like the team a lot, and I really like the project and where it's going to be heading. But I didn't really have a question, more of a just statement. But yeah, just want to let the people know.
Hey, that's all good, man. We appreciate everything. So let's get Kevin McDonald up here. He's been waiting. Kevin, you're good, man.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's been a wild ride. I mean, it's so important to have YouTubers. I mean, I agree with what you said about the PooCoin thing. It's so much more important to have YouTubers who have a following. Like Gray Adam 66, he's the one that got me in this last night. And I know 3 others that came in, basically that I know of, and there's probably many more that came in because of him as well.
Yep.
So, and another thing is, I just wanted to thank you guys for your service. The ones that have been in the military and been in the Navy. And my actual question is, when is the DApp going to be online? I know it's online, but it's not working for me. I just wanted to know why it's not connecting.
Oh, you talking about the DApp or Adapt?
The DApp itself, to be able to connect and see what the rewards reflections are.
What is not connecting for you?
When I go to connect the wallet, it brings up the barcode. Then I scan the barcode, and then the phone just won't even connect. So I don't know if that's a phone issue or if that's the website itself.
Are you on iOS by chance?
No, I'm on Android.
Are you opening it through the DApp browser, or are you opening it through your phone web browser?
I go through the Trust Wallet, go to the options, and then go to the whatever you call that thing.
Are you trying to view the DApp on your PC?
I go into my options, right?
But where are you trying to view the DApp on your phone?
And then I do it through the Wallet Connect. through the Wallet Connect?
No. Like, are you trying to view the D app on your PC? Are you on Google on your PC? Or
It's on the
your
PC.
phone?
I'm
Okay,
trying to do
so-
it through the PC.
Do you have the MetaMask extension on your PC?
Is it only MetaMask?
Yeah, you'd have to. I mean, so through. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. It has a built-in authenticator in the sign-in, like when you go to connect your wallet. Right? Am I right, Chris?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no support for the for Trust Wallet right now?
For
No,
wallet,
there is, but what you'd want to do if you're going from, instead of going from mobile to PC to view it, you're on Android, just open it in the D app browser on your phone, and it will work beautifully for you.
Yeah, I think I tried that as well, and it didn't go through. Maybe I'll try it again.
Yeah, try it again. And I know there is some BSC network's been really slow the last couple days, and that will affect connecting of things.
Well, it could be on
it'll
volume
affect,
too, right?
Yeah, it'll affect the. So when you go in, like some people have logged in, they're like, "Oh, it's showing all zeros," but you have to wait like a few seconds because that information is being populated from BSC. So if their network is slow, it's going to be slow to pull that information forward and display it. So your best bet is to open it up inside the DApp browser inside of Trust Wallet, and it should work with no problem.
I put the link in the main chat, so if you just want to copy that right there and put that into your DApp browser on your phone, and it should work just fine.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think maybe it's could also be because of all the volume we've been having lately. This has been crazy volume the last day and a half.
Well, so and B&B itself is on a pretty good tear right now. I think it's up to upwards of between 560 and 570 at the moment. So you got to also anticipate that their whole blockchain is just getting rattled with volume across all of the tokens that are on their blockchain and stuff like that. So it's going to end up making their blockchain a little bit slower while all this is happening.
Yeah, true.
And our significant volume is not really helping that.
No, it's not. Oh, it's good though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all I have to say. But I want to thank you guys. This has been an awesome ride, and I'm looking forward to more.
Thank you, man. And if you continue to have problems with the DApp, please do not, be worried about it. DM one of us, DM one of the mods. I guarantee that we will get you the help you need to make sure that you can see those pending rewards and stuff.
I was thinking more that you guys said you're doing updates too, right? On that?
Yeah, we're not doing it on the live product. We have basically a clone in the background that we're doing the updates to. So it's not that we're changing things live as it's on the air.
So that wouldn't affect it then, okay.
No.
All right. All right, well, thank you guys very much.
No problem.
I'll enjoy the rest of the live stream.
Bring up
awesome.
Alvin
Paul,
Brown.
I'm going to stop you there, Paul.
Well, I just let him speak, so go ahead, though.
Well, this Jonathan Bonilla guy, he had his hand up like way before. He put it down now. I don't know if he still had something to say. It was like a while ago.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing good. I would say, found out about you guys through Gray, so shout out to Gray, man.
I knew it.
Just a
There's
simple
another
question, because I listen a lot of YouTube. I work a lot, so I don't really have time to research. So I usually just listen to a lot of YouTube. But when I got home, I went straight to your guys' website because I like to as soon as I get home and I have time, I like to research. I go on your guys' website. Can you guys make like a white paper? Because I mean, your website's very easy to navigate, but for my preference, I just think a white paper just makes it look more official and presentable. So
100%. We actually already have it done. We have the white paper done. We're just literally, I have to skim over it again to make the final, grammatical changes, make sure it's okay. Chris has to make a spot on the website, and it's going to be there. Truthfully, I can say,
grammatical
Chris,
changes.
correct me if I'm wrong, probably within the next few days we can have it on there.
Yeah,
Make sure
putting it on the
professional.
website's easy. So as soon as it's done, I can have it up within 30 minutes.
Yes, make sure it looks professional.
Expect it there by tomorrow then.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, I wasn't like I said. I like to think long term, and from what I've seen and like hear you guys actually speak now, like I'm a long term, so I think a white paper would definitely help out the project, and
Absolutely.
yeah, that's basically just simple. That's just it. That's all I have.
And to speak on that, you know, we always appreciate people bringing it up, and one of the biggest reasons that we appreciate people bringing it up is, you know, we'll easily and readily admit our own faults. Pretty early on, that was definitely a question: is, hey, are you guys going to do a white paper? And we 100% had every intention of doing a white paper. And we ended up, I can't remember exactly which part it was. I think it might have been getting adapt out or something like that. But we forgot. We straight up forgot. We got tunnel vision on what we were working with, and it took someone like almost 3 weeks or something like that. And they finally came back and they go, "So hey guys, did you get around to that white paper?" And I'm pretty sure that that night when the core team hopped in voice chat together, we were like, "Oh shit, man, we really got to get this white paper out." So that triggered us making sure that we got that done. And like Zach said, it's in the making sure that everything is perfect on it before we get it out there, and it'll be on the website very shortly. So we do appreciate you bringing it up. We know that a lot of people enjoy the white paper more than just seeing, you know, stuff moving around and whatnot on the website. So thank you very much for bringing it up.
No problem. Like I said, from a retail point of view, investors if you want to like read up on something and make it look more official, presentable, and you know what I'm saying, you can see all the information on there. Just from my point of view.
Of course. But, no, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We appreciate you, and we're long-term vision as well, man. So I do want to bring up a couple points that were mentioned in Telegram. I do want to tell Kevin and anybody else that's listening, if you are having a problem with anything, do not answer DMs from anybody that sends you a DM or a message on Twitter. Not a single person from our team is going to message you first. If you're having a problem, don't get scammed. Don't answer any messages that come into you that you did not message them first.
Now that had never happened to me.
Yeah. We don't have anything. We don't have a support channel. We have one Telegram group, and that is it. Other than our international channels, if no one's speaking another language, then it's not us. Like, literally, what we have here is the only channel possible, and we have to make sure we tell our investors that, and new investors. Scamming is just way too prevalent in this world. Also,
hey guys,
John. Yeah.
I said one quick question. When's the Twitter Friday? What time?
So the Affinity Friday, the Twitter side will start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, cool! Everything's on Eastern time finally.
Yeah, so we're all core team, except for Zach with marketing. He's on the West Coast because, you know, he's one of those California boys. But but the three of us core team we're in the Northeast area of the United States. And I guess one thing that we didn't really touch on, other than just kind of talking about our background a bit, is, you know, we all have full-time jobs. And we pour as much time into this project as we can, but we do have full-time jobs. And unfortunately, what that means is a lot of the times whenever we do our community updates, our voice chats and stuff like that, I know that it is not convenient for people on other areas of the world when we do it, but we have to do it. We can't do something half-ass at noon when we're on a lunch break or something like that. We have to get it where we can be able to sit down, talk about it, address concerns and questions, etc. So, you know, all goes well with this entire project, you know, super long term. I would love to be able to quit my day job and do this full time and be available at all hours of the day to be able to hang out and talk with the community and stuff. But right now it's not feasible. So especially if you guys are DMing us because you need assistance or something like that, and we don't get back to you within, you know, 3-4 minutes, just keep that in mind, please, that it's not that we're ignoring anybody. It's that we have a lot of work to do outside of our already normal job and our families and stuff like that. So my wife has probably threatened to kill me about 4 times since I started this project.
If you have any questions in the middle of the day, DM me, of all people. I mean, truthfully, if it's If it really is something that I cannot handle, then obviously I have the utmost direct connection to these guys. But most of this stuff I can figure out, you know, unless it's like contract wise, truthfully. So if you have anything, just reach out to me during the day, and then anything after, you know, what would be like 3 o'clock, or I don't know exactly when these guys get out. You know, that would be the best time to reach out to them. But anything in the morning or daytime, reach out to me if you have to, if you don't get a response from them. I do believe Jonathan was next, Paul.
Yep, I'm finding Jonathan Bonilla right now. You're up, sir.
What's up, Jonathan?
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Great, excellent, man. How are you?
Good. I always get into projects for the long term, since I like passive income.
Yep.
I don't know if I can say this in here, but well, I got every single coin. One of my biggest investments is in the most famous one, you know, Safe Moon.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. That's a safe word in here.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, my bag here got bigger because I got here early, thanks to Gray Adam. I follow him. I never miss a video of him. I'm also in all his everything he got.
Lots
money
of boys
in,
going for
I
Gray
got
Adam,
in,
man.
you know. And I just want to know, it is mathematically sustainable, this reflections?
Yes, it absolutely is, because it's purely driven off of volume. There's nothing else that affects that. So it's not like, you know, we are injecting anything in to have these rewards happen. It's just based off of people buying and selling. So the more people that come in and buy and sell, the more the rewards are going to happen. So it's really as simple as that. So it's mathematically possible for those rewards on some level to go on forever. Whatever the amount's going to be is just going to depend on how many people come in and how many people leave. That's it.
That's perfect. That's everything I need to know, because I'm here for the long term. I told my wife, you know, I'm not selling. I don't care about the dips. I'm here to stay.
Hell yeah.
And if you guys don't like taxes on crypto, I live on an island called Puerto Rico. I'm Spanish. You don't have to pay taxes on crypto as long as
seriously.
Yo, I'm about vacation.
Don't
Puerto
tell me
Rico,
that my
eh?
girlfriend's Mexican. So that's an easy transition for me.
So, that was a big concern that I had, because I noticed in other other coins and stuff, like it's not sustainable. Like somehow they really drop drastically. I know it's about volume and all that, but I really believe in this, and I'm here for the long term, and I hope I finally got into the project as an early investor.
Oh, you did. And that's what we and thank you, because you bring up a good point about sustainability, right? So there are a lot of reward tokens out there. We see them all the time. Doesn't matter what they're rewarding, Pancake, all this other crap. Very few of them are actual projects. They're reward tokens. So yeah, it's difficult for them to sustain because they're 100% marketing driven. If they're not constantly marketing and bringing in new people, they really don't have any way to sustain volume or to entice people to come in and invest, which then kills their volume. So that long term, it's difficult for them to stay afloat, which is why we keep reiterating, we want you guys to enjoy those rewards. Those are for you. That's kind of like just Affinity's thing for saying, hey, we appreciate every last one of you. Hang out with us, stay with us, make some money. But our projects and our development is what's going to sustain that, and what's going to keep people wanting to come in and invest, and what's going to keep people from wanting to say, hey, what's going on over there at Affinity? You know, the market cap's only 14 million. Which is extremely low for a project that's actually developing things that don't even exist in the crypto space right now. So there's a number of ways you can look at it, But to be honest with you, that's just the simple facts. Is when you're looking at just a pure reward token, it's very difficult for them to sustain without heavy marketing. We're not doing that. That's not us. We are building and developing, and we're going to market the hell out of what we're developing and building. And that, in turn, is going to drive that volume.
Yep. Moving on, Mr. Arcady.
Real quick. So I'm going to put a pause on this because I have a very exciting announcement.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
here we
shit.
go.
Very exciting. I mean, extremely exciting. So, and by
Man, you got me wanting to buy more.
Look, so another gracious holder of ours came to me and said, "Hey, I want to get a giveaway going." I said, "Okay, let's get a giveaway going. What is it?" And he said, "I'm gonna give $1,000 to somebody this week." And I said, "No fucking way." He said, "100%. I'm gonna give $1,000 to somebody who holds at least 500 million affinity from now until Friday, at least." And then on Affinity Friday, when we hop over to Twitch, we will pull the winner for that, and they will win $1,000. $1,000. You have to be signed up on Adapt, of course, and you got to be following just me, Safe Affinity on Twitter. The person, I mean, he's gonna post it out on Twitter right now. I'm pretty sure he's gonna blast it as I'm talking about it. Yep. Too easy. So we're gonna get that retweeted. Follow all of us on Twitter. Make sure you're holding 500 million in your bag. And we're gonna get you into the drawing. It's just too easy. You can win $1,000 this week for doing nothing.
My team wallet have more than 500 mil. What's up?
Oh, so that's another thing, Chris. I mean, I guess we'll talk about this afterwards. Is Adapt is still being slow? I had some people who are still saying that they can't sign in.
Yeah, I know it took a few seconds for it to actually connect. When I was connecting, I'm able to connect on my phone and on the website. I wonder if it's the same issues that's going on with people not being able to connect right away with the D app. There's got to be something going on with some kind of network. Or I'll look at the host to make sure there's nothing going on with our hosting platform.
As I just logged in, it
hosting.
looks like it just did it. Boom, not a problem. But
Yeah.
hopefully, but I guess if anybody is in chat, I want to remind you that you have to have a MetaMask extension on your browser if you're on PC, and if you're on your phone, you have to be using a DApp browser, whether you're on iOS or you're on Android. You have to be using a DApp. I know if you click on the link through Telegram, it's just going to bring you right to Safari or Chrome. You have to copy and paste it and move it to your DApp browser, or else it's not going to work.
Yeah, that's pretty standard with most.
You're on,
most
okay, yeah.
DApps,
So Chief got you're on iOS, so you got to use SafePal or MetaMask, the browser on there, and then go ahead and input this. Paul, sorry. I mean, again, I just want to recap. So again, 500 million, be holding 500 million. Come Friday, and you'll be entered to potentially win $1,000.
Awesome. Yes, it is being recorded, Safe Moon Sputnik.
So, Arcadia, you were down there with your hand up for a minute. You're up to speak, sir. How are you, or ma'am?
Good. How is everybody doing?
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right. So the thing I wanted to say is, Great Adam 66, you made me very wealthy, as I watched your video yesterday, and on November 2nd I bought in at 5054 for $3,000. And today when I was watching it, and there was a couple big red candles going down, I had my finger on the trigger, but I didn't pull it, and I am so happy. And following that, I admire your team, the whole Affinity team. A newcomer into the whole into your space, and I want to thank very much to Great Adam 66. Right after I saw his video, I have a little YouTube channel. I also made a video going into Affinity, and I don't have a lot of subscribers, but
Share
as
in
much
chat, dog. Put it in the chat.
as much as I can do, I'm gonna help out.
Yeah, he did. I seen it. I'm gonna share it out. I seen it.
Okay. Yeah, I send it to you, you know, and if I can put my 2 pennies to help you guys out to grow this brilliant project, and you know, I woke up today and I saw my Cardano in my wallet and I saw my BUSD reflection, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be nice. So thank you again. That's my 2 pennies. I'll do everything that I can. I have a few social medias. I have another YouTube channel, and I'll be doing everything that I can to support the team, support the movement of this unique and revolutionary coin or token.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for your insight, and you made a very good point that I want to remind everybody. I know I'm never going to tell you what to do with your investment. I'm never going to tell you, you know, not to take profits, not to do sell or whatever. All I'm going to do, and I've been saying this from the beginning. I've been saying this since we were like, I think we were like dropped 2 zeros, like when we had our lowest of the low. About a month in, when Bitcoin was getting banned by China for the 100th time, I told everybody, I said, listen, you need to understand we are working hard here, and we're telling you that we have things in development. We're telling you we have the best rewards on BSC. We're telling you you have the best core team that you're going to find around. We're telling you all this great stuff. I understand some people are just traders. That's your thing. Whatever you got to do, whatever you got to do to make yourself sleep at night, pay your bills, whatever it is. For those of you that are long, even medium term, or you want passive income, whatever, I understand people are going to sell. There are going to be people that are going to sell. You're going to see those red candles. You're going to see pullbacks. I've been in the stock market a long time, couple of decades. It happens. It has to happen. In order to have a healthy growth, you have to have pullbacks.
I'm sorry, you know, but the sale tax is a lot better than the buying tax. So let them sell. We're going to be buying in. We're going to be buying in.
Exactly. So, you know, if you get a little itchy and you're seeing that red and you're like, oh, I want to take profits. Hey, I'm not going to tell you, you know, it wouldn't be ethical of me to tell you to not sell or buy, whatever. But I'm telling you, just you've seen what happened. You just never know.
And if I had a easy trigger finger, I would have been done and gone and probably drinking my ass off today.
Well, you passed with flying colors your paper hands test.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I'm signing off right now. Again, kudos to everybody, especially that great Adam66. I subscribed to his channel, liked all his videos. Can't wait for his you know, new videos to come out. I'll be trying to catch up onto him. He's the first. I'll try to be right there as his sidekick.
Awesome. Hell yeah, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks, friend.
And I don't think I've ever actually said your name out loud, so I apologize for going to mess it up. But Tajud, you are up.
Hi everyone, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Fine, thank you. It's been amazing last 48 hours, and I congratulate whole team and all the original holders. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wishing the project good luck. Nothing else I have to say, because most of the time I'm just in the group, just making things for the scammers. If you guys we are in the middle of preparing a game, squid game type thing for the scammers.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be around there. All right, I'm gonna give the mic to someone else who has the real question. All right.
Awesome. Thank you. Always good to hear from you, man.
Thank you.
All right, Will, come on up, buddy. How are you?
Is that the William?
Oh, that is the William Embry.
The William.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Just quick.
The only voice deeper than Chris's.
You guys are rocking it out. I love it. I love the new YouTube guys. Great, Adam. Thank you. Thanks for coming in as well. Couple little points. You guys know how we've talked about this DApp stuff for a while, and just before we even got it up, people are visual. They get in there. They want to be quick. They want to see something pop and flashy. People are getting addicted to this D app. They want to go in. I mean, people are looking at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I've been kind of watching this, and if we can, I've seen it in the chat all day. People want to see if we can get the full rewards. Just basically visualize. So what we have collected so far is like a culminating type of a deal. That way we can start popping that stuff out on Twitter, making that pop. I know you guys are working on a lot of that, but that has been like a common recurring question several times throughout the day.
That is the upgrade on the D app that we are nearing completion on right now.
Yes. Awesome.
That is one of the things that will be on the upgrade for the D app will be to show all of the rewards you've collected, the transaction history for the rewards, stuff like that.
And just another quick deal. Some people were saying whales were selling left and right. We have some of the best OG Diamond Hand folks here. This is a fam. I was up, and I still am, like way over 6 figures today. Like, it's insane, guys. But I haven't sold a fucking deal. I bought like 3 times today, extra every. I don't care what the. Like, if it's a dip and I'm in it, yeah, I'm just banging that stuff out.
There goes the distributor.
Oh yeah, and then it's going straight back into Affinity. But no, it's a good project. Some of those red candles, though, correct me if I'm wrong, are basically like a contract symbol, correct?
Yeah,
like,
so
that
right
really
now,
just
the one you just seen, the sale that you just seen, 427777778 is the contract selling to go buy rewards. So I believe that's going to be BUSD that you're going to get here in a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's BUSD.
Yeah.
And so some people get kind of freaked out on those red candles. We just need to make sure everybody's kind of knows, hey, that's not like a whale selling. We have some pretty good folks standing by.
And let me give you a little background as to what happened in the middle of the night too. You guys will get a kick out of it because you all stayed around. The people that sold because they got freaked out, maybe they won't find it so funny. But so you got to understand that this thing sells based on token amount when it sells. And then when it buys based on B&B amount. So I tell the contract how many tokens to sell, and then I tell it how many B&B to go out and buy with. Well, when the price goes up, like it did in the last, especially while I was sleeping, the price of 1.28 billion Affinity went up so high that when it was selling for about 26 B&B. So rather than the normal, it used to sell for around 5 or 6, it was selling for 26. So that probably freaked some people out. When I woke up in the morning, I looked at it, I ran downstairs. I didn't even get in the shower, nothing. I said, I gotta fix this because this is gonna freak some people out. And I fixed it, I readjusted. That's why I brought it down to 427, and I'm gonna have to bring it down even further if we continue to climb here in the short term. If it happens again overnight, I apologize, but I have to bring it down a little bit more, and then to kind of keep that balance so it's not causing these massive red candles. Right now it's not, so it's probably pretty good. But yeah, so these are the things that happen, but at the same time that's good because it's selling less tokens to get more B&B, and then that's a lot. We were making 20 B&B buys like all day. So
wow.
If I was to guess, and I'll do the calculation either later on or whatever, but if I was to guess, I'd say we are pushing close to 200,000 in rewards paid out today.
Wow.
So,
good job, guys. Keep up good work, and if you're new, welcome to the fam. And I can't wait to see you guys on Friday for some good stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you. So next, we're burning through the list. So we can hopefully be wrapping up here in just a little bit, so we're not up to the wee hours of the morning. My wife has come down here to join me and do one of two things: either tell me to go to bed or remind me that for the fun side of Affinity Friday, I have to eat a soggy Italian sub on camera. So let's get Christian the Batman up here. How are you doing today? Christian the Batman.
Hello?
Oh. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Man, I'm really excited, stoked about like everything that's going on with Infinity. I remember whenever the pre-sale went on, I was one of the very few that was able to get into the pre-sale. I actually heard from my best friend about y'all, and he wasn't able to get in it. And
I
since
wasn't able
day
to get
one,
in
I've
the
been trying to get him
pre-sale.
to get into it. Oh man. And I've been trying to get him. He's also my boss. I work for him at a law firm, and he's the one that actually started telling me about crypto. And I got farther at crypto than him. And I've been trying to get him onto Infinity. And he's with Safe Mood, but I'm like, hey, you got to get into Infinity. You got to get into Infinity. And now today he saw it. He's like, I should have got into Affinity. I was like, I told you, man. I told you. But I want to thank is Greg Adam, man, dude, great job on that video, and everybody else on the team, and everything. Heather, I know that Chris said it just a few minutes ago, saying that he doesn't like give any advice, financial advice or anything like that. But hey, I'm always welcome on to like hearing some input from everybody and all that stuff. But I just want to give y'all props to everybody on here, and I'm definitely tuning in for Affinity Friday. So looking forward to that, guys, and let's keep this rolling.
Yeah, man. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, somebody just posted another scam that happened. An account called Live Official Support Safe Affinity, or of Affinity. Obviously a scam. We just talked about that. We do not have any support chats, especially that are going to reach out to you. So don't fall for those scams, please.
All right. Thank you very much. So we're going to get to Big Baller because he's had his hand up there for a second. Big Baller, how are you?
All right, while waiting on Big Baller, we got a question in chat about are we looking at exchanges in the future? Short answer to that is yes, absolutely. There's a lot of work that goes into that, as well as some logistics and things like that. But we are already talking to a few of you.
Heather, the mod with the whole squirrel-ish thing.
Hey, I'm talking.
He's talking, but you just can't hear him. He's really quiet.
Oh, is he? Shitface? Yeah. That's who typed that. Well, about the exchange anyway. So yeah, that's really the long and short of that is we are talking to a few exchanges, but again, there's a lot of logistics and a lot of things that go into that. So as we get further information, we will release it, but we are exploring a few different options.
So, Big Baller, you're up on the stage.
Can you hear me? Oh,
yes.
Now.
Okay, sorry about that. I had a question. I heard about you guys today, and I was interested in investing. And I was looking at your guys' website, and I noticed that like I came to this meeting late, so I'm sure I've missed a lot. But I've noticed there's like no information on the team or anything, and I was wondering, is that information that's being planned to be? Because I feel like that's basic information that should be on the website, especially if you guys are doing like meetings and nothing's like hidden. Maybe a little background on like the members, leadership, and all that.
Oh, you missed all that, buddy.
I agree, and this question has been brought up initially when we first launched, because I'm sure, as you know, if you've been in any new projects or whatever, we initially gave out little information, right? We never hid, a lot about us. We gave out little, and then as we grew and the community grew and we felt more comfortable, because we all have families, we released more and more information and all that. So at this point, our pictures been everywhere, videos. and you're right, that information should be there, but it wasn't there in the beginning because of that, and we planned on adding it, and then it was something that kind of just fell off to the side. Nobody really mentioned it or said anything until today, obviously, because we got a lot of new investors, so it kind of got reintroduced into the conversation. So it is something we got to put on there, like I said, because of us just getting so almost tunnel vision on the other development and all that other stuff. It's something that we just never revisited, and it kind of just fell out of our minds. So yeah, I appreciate you bringing that back up again, and that's something that will get added.
All right.
But because you did join the party, just because you did join the party a little late too, if you listen to the recording of this whenever we're done, we do talk a little bit about ourselves and our background if you are interested.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I'm sure I'll be listening to that.
Yep. And what's your other question?
I just was wondering, based on like right now, how many holders? How big is the community so far?
You want to know the amount of holders currently, or do you just kind of want a general idea of the community side? Because I would assume that everybody in the community is a holder, but that might not necessarily be true. But we have 3,367 holders at this current moment.
Oh, and can I ask like how many came today?
That I don't know. I wasn't watching.
I do. We gained 1,800 holders in the past 36 hours. 1,800 in the past 36 hours.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh.
But thank you guys for answering all my questions.
Of course, and thank you for the input.
Yeah, man. So let's see here. Johnson, you've come up a time or two, so Johnson, you're up.
Yeah, hello guys.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just want to appreciate you guys for all the hard work you guys are doing. And I've been here since the private sale or pre-sale. I can't remember exactly which one. Yeah. So I was
Long
really
time.
impressed. Yeah, I was really impressed because just shortly after the private sale, you guys rolled out the D app, and I was like, wow, that was what sold me out. And I was like, okay, I think I found a gem, because I've been in other projects where it's actually like taking forever for them to get the D app out. So
There it is.
It's a little community, that we have on here. But sometimes it just tells that it's not about size, Sometimes you go into these telegrams and most of them are fake, bots in the telegram, So yeah, just want to encourage everybody here that it's just not about size sometimes, or it's about actually the hard work that's been done in the background.
You wouldn't say hunt for a reason. What?
So I want to appreciate you guys for the hard work. So I have a question that I want to ask. Yeah. So in the event that we're gonna exchange listing, how you guys gonna? Is there a way you guys are planning to implement the rewards for the holders that are on the exchange? That's the only question I have.
Well, so we don't have an exchange listing yet, like as far as like a centralized exchange or anything. That would be a requirement before we got listed. So whoever we're speaking to, and one or two of them that we have spoken to that are central, had already indicated they would be able to support that. So we would have to go more into detail as far as like, what do you mean by supporting that? Is it going to be like, I know when SafeMove first got listed on, I believe it was Bitmart. Was it Bitmart? I know they had an issue where it was like the volume only containing inside of that exchange was counting towards reflections. And so these are questions that we would want to know up front. And it would obviously dictate our decision as to whether or not to get listed and move forward with certain things like that. Because we definitely don't want to see anybody miss out on on anything. That's not why you invest, to miss out. So we won't make decisions like that, and we won't take them lightly. You spoke about other communities, and one thing that I will say about our community and our team is, I've invested in a lot of projects, or some of them I would call tried to invest in, and maybe they decided to take my money. But one big thing about us is we really look out for all of you. And I know I can speak for our entire team with that. We're not here for notoriety. We're not here for, to try to, be the ones that everybody knows, and we're the best shit to ever hit DeFi, and everybody knows who Chris is and all. I don't care about that. I care about putting out good products. I care about, creating value for all of you, and pushing forward and making some, some great moves. And you don't see that a whole lot, unfortunately, in projects. There's a few out there, but you don't see that a whole lot. There's a lot of song and dance and a show that goes on. In the end, they're just throwing money around. I'm a financial person. I'm also, as Paul will definitely tell you, I'm cheap. I'm cheap as hell. So everything is calculated. We don't just throw money around. We're not, like other projects do. And then next thing you know, you have no money for true marketing, and you just sucked up all the value out of your investors. So that's a big difference between us and a lot of these other projects, and that's something that'll never change.
Well, thank you for the beautiful response. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming up. So, War Wizard, you're up, and then right after him is going to be Carlos. So don't worry, I've been seeing you waiting there, Carlos. War Wizard, you're up.
Hey guys, first off, I just want to say thank you for your service. Super excited to be invested in a project where there's veterans on the dev team. My father's a veteran, and really support the military. Also, just wanted to mention, if anyone is having trouble with the DApp and they just want to see the rewards, just make sure that you add the contract addresses for the Binance pegged ADA and BUSD to your respective wallets in order to see the reflections. You don't need to access the DApp at this time. Just wanted to put that out there. And last thing, shout out to Gray Adam. He puts the D in DeFi, baby. Appreciate your hard work and efforts. And yeah, much love and respect to the community. Long time holder here, holding over 3.5 billion. So I ain't going anywhere.
Awesome. Awesome.
And let's get Carlos up here. Carlos, you are up. Thank you for being patient and waiting.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah.
What's up, Carlos? Yep.
Well, I can say it was like one of those. It was an awesome 48 hours for me, very much. Give a shout out to Gray Adam. It was basically I had some coins in some other projects, and I did the thing of clicking on the link in one of my DMs, and my trust wallet got hacked. So, yeah, that happened. So basically, the following day, I went home and I woke up like early in the morning. For some odd reason, I decided like I want to watch YouTube and stuff like that. So then I heard Gray Adam talking about this project. So I'm like, you know what? I was feeling a little shitty about losing my funds off my trust wallet. So I was like, I'm gonna just put like $58 on this project.
Yep.
Over the past I guess for the past 36 hours, that turns to like over 500 just off. I'm just buying
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I haven't really even gone to the website yet to even look into your project yet at all. Normally, I don't really jump into the project like that.
Yeah.
just to see how it goes. But
wait, man, we encourage you to. We know that Gray Adam's going to continue to put out videos and stuff like that as well. We encourage you to be active in any of our platforms, or just follow the Twitter and stuff like that, so you can get some regular updates, learn more about us, learn more about the project, all that fun stuff, man. But we really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, glad to see it worked out for you. That sucks.
Yeah, I know. Having to, I was really stressed out otherwise from losing my stuff, and being a part of the military too, adding to that stress. At the same time, it was like, yeah. But that kind of like brought my day back up again. So,
that's awesome. What branch you in?
Navy, man.
Navy.
Hell yeah.
All right.
But,
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I love the project, though, man. Appreciate it, though, man.
Thanks, Kyle. So if we get time, stop by on Friday for Affinity Friday, brother.
All right, man.
All right, so let's get Crafty MJ. Crafty MJ, you're up.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Great.
I'm good. I just wanted to first off say thanks, Brandon. We're gonna put you in diamond hands on this one. Let's go.
Yeah.
Second of all, I want to give a shout out to you guys. Like, your team is amazing. We have a member and a mod that comes into our Discord, and any question we have, it's answered within seconds. It's truly amazing. I love what you guys are doing. And I just wanted to, give praise. Third one's a question. So I know you guys are gonna blow up to be the next big thing. When you guys do expand, are you planning to add any team members? Or going on with that?
So we did talk about this a lot, and so the way we're going to handle this, because we've seen things, and again, I've run, businesses myself. I currently run a nonprofit and another small corporation. So I'm very familiar with structuring and handling personnel and how things should proceed. And I've seen so many projects do a couple things. One, they expand either way too quickly and they just start hiring on people and bringing in all these people. And, that money has to come from somewhere. All right. So that can really cause some havoc. And if you can never recover from that, luckily a couple of them have recovered pretty well, but they're still in the recovery phase from the money they've spent. But some of them never do. The other thing I see happen is they bring in people out of either, short-term necessity because they don't have the talent already on their team to handle a lot of the things they need done, or they just get so overhyped and they don't vet people the right way. They bring in people and then all of a sudden they dump a team wallet on them or something, and we all know how that goes. So the long and short of that is we will not be bringing in anybody that's going to be given a wallet of Affinity. All right. So you'll never see anybody other than myself, Chris, and Paul have a quote unquote team wallet. Anybody that's brought in the future, because you're right, we will have to expand as far as personnel at some point. We're going to, and we do, we have people that do graphics for us. We have people that do front end work for us. All of these people are paid basically for the work they're doing. We give them a job. We say, hey, we need this done. What's the cost? Or we need you to do this for, a month. We hire you on for like a month or so, and they're paid out. And if we want to continue with them, we continue with them. Otherwise, have a nice day. That's how we plan to proceed. But obviously, as we grow, it'd be more of a consistent basis. It'd be more like you would go in for a regular hiring process. Take resumes and that kind of thing. But as far as adding to the core team, nobody else is going to be added to the core team. It's going to be us three. We consider Zach as part of our core. He does not have a team wallet. He is also one of those people that is compensated based on work performance, which has been doing an outstanding job. But he also does not have like any holding of Safe Affinity he has, he bought himself. So that's how we're going to proceed with that. It's going to be basically just run like employees as we expand. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, that's legit. That's the exact answer I was for. You guys are in the right mindset. I appreciate it. That's all I had. So
all right, perfect.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you. So right now, the only two hands up are two that have been up here before. So before I bring them up, if there was anyone else that had a question or anything they wanted to bring up, please, by all means, go for it. Keep in mind, we are at an hour and 30 minutes now. So we would like to, as much as we love hanging out with everyone here and stuff like that, we have work to get back to getting to and all that fun stuff. So anyone that has a question, concern that hasn't spoken yet, go for it. And if not, I'll be bringing up those that have spoken already, and we'll wrap this bad boy up.
Quick, good point. We're back to 17.
Oh yeah, we're about to hit that all-time high again soon.
I like that.
Nice. I do want to bring up one thing before, because nobody brought up. I think it was asked in chat earlier to talk about audits. So we are looking into that. Currently, right now, Certic is backed up until January. But we are ready to go with it. We're just trying to find an avenue to kind of step ahead in line, so to speak. No promises on that. We don't even know if we will be able to. But at any rate, we are going to at least get in line and pursue that Certic audit. We're ready for it. We're good to go. The contact's been made for it. It just now comes down to when can we make it happen. So we'll give more information on that as it comes. If we end up getting a solid date, or if we can step ahead in line, we'll fill you in on it more. But that is going to happen at some point, at least by January, I guess.
Yep. So the three-way hands up are ones that have spoken already. So we'll bring you up real quick. Please make it short and sweet if you can, so we can wrap up and have everyone off for a good night, day, wherever you are in the world. So Johnson, come on up.
Oh yeah, thank you for bringing me up one more time. I just want to add to this real quick concerning the Certic audit. So I've been in a couple of projects that kind of reward projects, and eventually when they do their Certic audit, they don't come out with a good Certic score. So I wanted to know if there is a way you guys are, ensure that eventually when the result comes out, we get a very high score, maybe in the 90s or something like that.
So, and I'm drawing a blank because we did it pretty early on, but we did do a lower tiered, so to speak, audit pretty early on. And the only thing it came back on that flagged us as like, hey, this is something, is that we have not renounced the contract. I believe the final score on that thing was what, 96? And I'm blanking on who it was because I don't have the documents in front of me. But we did do an initial, lower tiered. It only cost, I don't remember how much it cost either. But we did do a lower tiered audit early on, and it came back with really, really, really good results. So we really don't anticipate anything with Certic coming back below whatever the hit is going to be for not renouncing the contract. And the reason for that is we wouldn't be able to do the very, very simple stuff like tinker with how much Affinity the contract is selling to go out and buy rewards, so it wouldn't look like a giant dump like it did when this volume kind of went outrageous and the price drove up high. We wouldn't be able to make those changes if we renounced the contract. So what that means is if we had set it at a particular spot, say for whatever reason, for the next couple of days, our volume is just absolutely terrible, but we originally set that value very high, it would take ages for the contract to build up enough affinity to sell off and go out and buy and purchase rewards and distribute them. So just one simple aspect like that makes it very difficult for us to renounce the contract. So we know 100% that is going to be something that gets brought up during the Certic audit. But we, honest to God, do not anticipate anything else coming out of that. We've done checks over and over and over, And again, that lower tiered audit came back, and the only flag it had was the renunciation of the contract.
Yeah, the only other thing I can
Thank you so
see
much for
them,
watching.
because
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. The only other thing I can see them maybe at least bringing up is the fact that obviously we changed rewards right now. Certic's going to do much more of a deep dive, and they do like a holistic audit. So they look at like the dev team, they look at your website, they look at your socials, and they kind of see like your transparency. They look into a lot of stuff, not just the contract. So that's also accounted for in the score. And I know we'll get flying colors on that. The only thing I can see them kind of looking at the contract too is since we switched rewards, the actual contract, because it cannot be changed, it's already deployed on the blockchain, still has references to our old rewards because they're functions that are built into the code. So even though we changed the contract that it goes out and buys and rewards, that code still says the names of the old original rewards, and there's no way to change that without redeploying. So they may say something about that. That may come up because obviously that's something that can confuse people that aren't really in the know and all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll talk to them. We'll be in communication with them. And hey, whatever it is, we're gonna be transparent about it anyway.
Thank you for the response, man. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem at all. And so last one's Gray, I see you. You're going to come up last. I'm going to bring Kevin McDonald up because he was waiting. And then Gray will finish off with you, sir. So, Kevin, you're up.
Hey, once again, I want to say thank you for doing this live stream, taking the time to talk to us. And just want to say I'm a YouTuber as well. I've done a video on this token just recently. And just want to put that out there. And
awesome.
I thought it was like when I was getting in, like after Gray Adams live stream, I was getting in at like 3.7, 5037. I was thinking, oh man, I think this might be a bad time. I think it might dip from here. I'm like, now looking back, I'm like, holy crap, man, that's 3 times, almost 4 times my investment now. And here's how I'm looking at it. I'm not, people take their initial investment out, right? I think the reflection is going to take care of that.
I agree.
And pretty much that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say just thanks again and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
What's your what's the name of your YouTube channel?
I'm Metaboss.
What is
I started it. What's that?
Metaboss?
Yeah, Metaboss. I started actually talking about MetaHero. That's how I got into crypto. Sorry?
Yeah, feel free if you put out a video or anything, tag our Twitter account or something so I can share it out.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to go out there and follow you anyway, but I get busy. I run the Twitter account, so sometimes I just get overloaded and I miss things. But if you tag me in something, I'll see it.
So for that reward, do we have to do anything? Or is it just hold more than 500 million?
For that, the $1,000 thing? Yeah. I don't know the details on that, but Zach?
I think you're going to have to be present, actually, on Affinity Friday and have a debt account.
Say that again? Sorry.
The $1,000 giveaway.
Oh, yeah, so you have to hold 500 million Affinity from now until Friday, at least. At least have 500 million in your bag, I should say, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And on Affinity Friday, when we bring it over to what we call the fun side on Twitch, we have a wheel, so we will put all the people that are on the wheel and spin it and see who wins.
So do they have to be here present on Affinity Friday?
No, they do not.
Okay.
All right, I'm definitely over that.
Okay.
Looking to grow that.
All right, awesome.
There you go, man. So, Gray, I'm sorry I lied. Thomas Anderson is here, and I'm gonna bring him up really quick, and then I swear to God, Gray, we're gonna finish up with you, and we're gonna wrap it up.
I'm sure he don't mind.
Hey, Thomas Anderson, aka Neo.
Hey, what's up, guys? If you guys can hear me, I'm going through a car wash. No, I'm not going through a car wash. On behalf of, I guess, maybe some of the old timers, and I'm sure some of the new guys the new family that we got this. I guess these past 2 days. I'd like to thank everybody, the whole team, everybody pretty much, the whole team, admins, moderators, devs, Chris, everybody. So pretty much, I love it. I love where this Affinity is going, and can't wait to see what you guys come up with next. And just excited, man, and seeing these reflections. I'm holding, baby. I'm not selling anything at all. And I will encourage everyone, all the new holders, to join us on Friday. Affinity Friday is really fun. Can't wait to see y'all there and see that soggy sandwich.
No, yeah, it's happening. I got to go grocery shopping to get the stuff for it.
Oh, that's great.
Soggy
So I know that we have a few more hands up. I apologize. We're not going to get to it. We're nearing an hour and 45 minutes. For those of you that still have stuff to bring up, please bring it up in chat. DM us. If it is something that is just kind of shout out or talking with the community, stuff like that, by all means, join us on Affinity Friday. The spaces on Twitter will start at 8:30 Eastern time. I'm going to bring Gray up one more time, and we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Gray, you're up.
Yeah, man. I just want to thank all of you for the support. And obviously, this is a very long-term investment for me. I've already said that. And I want to let you guys know that there's so much coming up for this project. And just stay tuned. They're doing a lot of work on the back end. I mean, you can't see it all right now. I'll let you know I have my full faith in this team, just like Meta Hero and just like SafeMoon. And as I heard somebody saying, I think it was Metaboss, talk about taking out initial investment. With this token, you won't have to do that. And when we're going to be able to stake, you're going to be able to claim your rewards while your bag is growing. So look forward to that. This is a hodl. And I just want to, I'm so proud of you guys for holding through this and coming in here and learning about the team, because I mean, I like to call you my apes, but at the end of the day, we're not apes. We're very smart investors, and this is just a very smart investment. And if a whale drops their bag, don't be discouraged, because we're just picking up the reflection, because this is all about the income and the longevity of the project. But yeah, that's all I had to say.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Last thing I want to say on that too, and somebody else just kind of touched on earlier with the price point, right? You look at it, you say, am I buying too late, or is it going to pull back or whatever? You just never know. I mean, you just don't. Like, you can't look at it and ever think that. You know, if you have faith in the project and you have faith in the community and faith in the team, you just got to do what's best for you. But it's only 15 million market cap right now.
Exactly. That's nothing.
Yeah.
But it was only like 5 this morning.
Yeah. So, and again, I'm a pretty ethical person, so I don't like to talk about, exact price points and where we can be and all that. I like you guys to make that decision on your own. I like my community to kind of speak on all that stuff, and you guys help each other out. Because I just don't feel right about it, but I obviously am driving part of this car. And I just got to tell you, this is the beginning. We're still very, very early in the beginning.
Yep. So only final notes I have for me is, again, if anyone joined late or anything like that, I've been recording this whole thing. So when we're done with this, I will get it posted in Telegram. If it is too big of a file for Telegram, no worries. We always get it uploaded over onto Reddit as well. So it will be there if you want to listen, catch up, all that fun stuff. Again, join us for Affinity Friday. We will start the Twitter Spaces at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. We'll go over the business side of everything, and then we will hop over to Discord/Twitch, and we're going to have some fun, all that good stuff. Final notes. We've had lots of people bring it up in the chat, so I'm going to say it again. There are scammers out there. The only Telegram that we have is going to be the Affinity official that you are in right now. That is the only Telegram. Do not entertain private messages from people claiming to be Affinity support. The only support you're going to get on Telegram is in that Affinity official channel where us dev/core team are active, and our mods are doing the Lord's work in there, getting everyone set up. So please, please, please do not let yourself fall victim to a scam. We do not want to see that happen to anyone.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, for those of you that are still fairly new to Telegram or just never paid attention, it's easy to tell who the mods are, mods and admins, because they'll have a name. It may say mod, it may say doesn't eat squirrels or whatever the hell in the top right corner of their chat box when they type something. For instance, Worst Gen says mod with the bod. I believe mine says owner, and Heather's says Affinity Squirrel. So if you see that there's a word in the top right corner of their chat box, that means they are a mod or an admin or part of the dev team in that chat. If you don't see that, that doesn't mean you can't trust that person, but just know that that person is not a mod, so you still should tread lightly until you get to know who you're talking to.
And Waffles, yours says Waffles, so it's very accurate. So with that, again, you guys have questions between now and Friday that can't wait, by all means, hit us up in Telegram, Discord, stuff like that. We'll do everything we can to get your question answered. Stay tuned for Affinity Friday. Like I said, we wanted to announce at least that we're in the pipeline for the Certic audit tonight, but we have some other announcements that are going to be hitting the airwaves come Friday in Twitter Spaces. You're not going to want to miss it. Again, if you're one of the newer holders or newer to this community, you'll see exactly how much fun we have on Affinity Fridays and how great some of these announcements end up being and stuff. So hope to see all of you guys there. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to end the recording and I'm going to get all that stuff posted, and then I'm going to hop out of here and try not to wake my wife up when I go into bed.
Yeah, thanks everybody. We'll see you on Friday, and I'll talk to you, in the meantime over chat.
Yeah, well, I guess that's it. There we go. So that was pretty eventful. There was a lot of stuff that went over, and there was a lot of exciting information, like new things like staking and things like that. That is so staking in the future. So we're going to be able to stake our tokens and gain reflections in. We'll be able to gain the reflections in Affinity. And even there's a third-party platform too they got going. I'm going to be able to stake on that one. I can't remember what that name was. I wish I'd written down. But I'm so excited about this one. Oh my. This Gray Adams, he's got his thumbs on the pulse, man. I don't know where he gets it, but oh my. Out.